right. Let's see if this stream is going live. Just making sure that it's working. And we are live. How's everybody doing? I believe you should be receiving this camera feed now, hopefully. Let me know down in the chat if you are able to see, or if there are any issues with viewing this chat. That would be, viewing this feed, that would be also really nice to know. All right, Thunder by Tronics, thank you for letting me know everything is working. Hey Svetlana, welcome to the stream. And you asked me how I'm feeling. I'm feeling okay. I mean, considering that I am post COVID a little bit, it's pretty good. Let's see. I guess let's just wait a little bit for just one more minute for it to buffer, and we'll get going. All right. Just gotta make sure that everything is working right, and it is. All right. Hey Ryan, how you doing? All right. So there are a couple of topics that I wanted to cover today. Obviously, I want to give everybody an update on my health and on everything, after me being in the hospital and how everything is going. I suppose it'd be probably important or maybe even interesting to mention what the cost of that care is, considering that I've been in the hospital for 5 consecutive days. I'll cover any new videos that are supposed to be coming out in the near future, and then share some plans on what's supposed to be going, and we'll have a little bit of a Q&A towards the end. And hey Luke, how you doing? I appreciate you checking on me. And hello John, see you from San Antonio, Texas. It's quite a little bit of a drive from here, I suppose, about 12 hours, considering that I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. But anyways, this should be a fairly short stream, but after COVID, here I am. I've been released, I believe, 10 days ago, and I still have a little bit of cough, I guess, right on cue. And my sleep schedule is all messed up because they kept waking me up at 3 a.m. to do my blood. So now I wake up every night at 3 a.m., which is kind of fun. Then I noticed this little thing post-COVID where my motivation levels are extremely low. I would assume it's still a little bit of sickness and things of that nature. But it's really hard for me to focus on doing pretty much anything productive. And it's very odd. But another thing is with the remdesivir, which is the COVID approved treatment, my liver did not take that well, so I'm seeing a couple of doctors for that and trying to make sure that I don't have any liver issues after being in ICU on that treatment. And considering that the hospital stay was a little bit odd, they didn't have room for me right away, so I stayed in the ER for the first 2 nights. Which isn't really suited for people to stay for a long period of time, considering that the mattress is about this thick. You can feel every single metal rivet through the mattress, considering how heavy I am. I push it all the way through, and I got bruises on different parts of my body just because of how well that mattress is. But after they moved me to an ICU, stayed there for another 3 days. And that was kind of interesting. But from the liver perspective, my enzymes went through the roof, and I'm supposed to get another ultrasound in 2 days, see how everything is, do more blood work, and hopefully it's not permanent damage, but we shall see. I guess I'll make a little bit of an update post later when I know if anybody is interested. But again, like my energy levels are maybe 20% of what they used to be before. Half the time when I try to do something productive, I get, let's say, in front of my computer, try to edit something, and then 20 minutes into it, I'm like, all right, it's time to go back to bed. From the perspective of cost, I received a bill from the hospital in the amount of $38,172.97, and that's a little more than I would like to pay. Hopefully, my insurance covers most of it, or all of it, but I'm not sure how that would go. But $38,000 is what it cost me to be for the 5 days in the hospital. It was this COVID thing, so kind of expensive, I guess. Just like a nice down payment on a house or a pretty good car. Yeah, let's see. Hey, Luke, thank you for checking up on me. I appreciate that. I'm doing better than I was, so that's a good start. Arctic Wonder, good to see you back. As a COVID survivor, I can definitely relate. Yeah, I mean, I've heard a lot of people mention that they have these things, and I mean, you also get sort of like in I would say depressing state. I don't know how to better name it, considering that you start overthinking a bunch of random things that genuinely don't even matter, like a small little scratch here or whatever that is. Elgin is asking if I was in the ICU or regular floor. I was in the ICU for 3 days. 2 days I was in the ER prior to that because they didn't have room in the ICU. Jake is saying, hope you're feeling better, bro. You ever look into MindMen stock? I honestly haven't had time to look at any stocks. Personally, just kind of been taking care of my health and kind of moving at a pace I can. James is asking if I was vaccinated. I was not vaccinated, but I don't know. We will see how that goes. Toys R Gigs is saying when I had it, I couldn't even get out of the bed. I was so tired all the time. Took me 2 months to get my energy back. I hope it doesn't take me 2 months. I mean, 2 months is a little long. Arctic Wind, saying I had COVID pneumonia and I had a cough for 6 weeks. After 8 weeks, I started playing soccer and now I feel close to 100. So I did have pneumonia as well. So they did take x-rays of my lungs, but they said that everything is fine from that perspective. But they did put me on oxygen. At the peak, I was getting 8 liters of oxygen. Towards the end, they lowered me down to 4.5. And after, like, for the last day, they wanted to make sure that I'm good to go. They removed me off of oxygen and kind of had me walking around and doing activities just to make sure that my oxygen levels doesn't drop. And they were at 95 consistently, so that wasn't too bad. Ryan's in YouTube mid-roll ads for the win. See, I was trying to figure out how to turn the mid-roll ads off for the live streams, and I'm still so new to this, so I literally couldn't figure it out, so I'm sorry about that. Let's see. How's the weight loss journey going? Sorry. How is the weight loss journey going? Did COVID contribute to any loss? So currently I am at 292 pounds, and I started at 323. COVID, I would say, contributed a little bit, but I've been moving at a steady pace down for majority of the time. But let's see. With the COVID, I wasn't able to go and do my workouts as much as I wanted to, so my pace of losing weight kind of plateaued a little bit right now. But I have lost, let's see, 31 pounds in the past 45 days. So that's going fairly well, I would say. I wouldn't say it's bad. But I have another video in the works right now, the one that I filmed back when I was still in Miami. And it's in regards to Lyft. I haven't done Lyft before prior to that, not considering one trip to make sure that my account works here in Atlanta. But that video should come out probably tomorrow, as long as I can keep myself occupied editing it. But that shouldn't be too bad. Then I'm going to have one more video come out later towards the end of this week as well. So I'm going to have at least two videos come out this week, and maybe I'll have even more. If you see behind right there, that's a board, and obviously it's a little bit out of focus, but every single one of those white spots right there are videos that I plan to release. Doesn't necessarily mean that I will be able to do that, but hopefully I'll be able to keep myself editing and occupied. As far as the plans and uploads, I want to get a little bit more consistent and actually have a certain schedule from what I'm posting, and that kind of would give you a better understanding on where I stand with all my videos. And let's see. Michael is saying, congrats on the weight loss. What's the next city you plan on dashing or Uber Eats delivering in? Miami was a nice change of scenery. I'm not quite sure. I have an idea of going to Dallas for that. And also St. Louis is on my list, so I'm going to be there for sure. I'm just not quite sure yet when. And I also have another business venture that I might be in. What is that? It might be in Chicago, so I might do some videos in Chicago as well. But that's not certain yet. I do have 2 more videos from Miami. One should be coming out shortly, and then one more is going to come out sometime next week. Again, assuming that I'd be able to record everything. Randy Marsh is saying the good news is that if you had COVID, you build up natural antibodies and should recover easily next time. Let's hope there's not going to be any next time, because this time wasn't pretty. It wasn't fun either. But speaking of COVID itself, it did make me question doing Uber Eats and DoorDash and in general gig work from the perspective of sustainability. So I might pivot a little bit back into an actual maybe brick and mortar business, and maybe share my journey of opening a new business here in Georgia, and then kind of share all the financials behind it, what it costs, how to open it, and things of that nature, if anybody would be interested. But that's kind of something that was scratching the back of my mind, because I've been in hospital for a little bit, and then I couldn't do anything after hospital for quite some time. And gig work is dependent on your contribution time-wise regardless. I mean, you can't really make any money from home per se. So I'm just going to be looking into something that's more sustainable if you need to leave for a certain period of time. Not necessarily anything like passive income wise, because for passive you still have to put in a lot of work up front. And well, you don't necessarily have to put work up front if you can put a bunch of money up front, but I don't have any money that I can just throw at something. So that's something that's in the back of my mind as well. But for now, Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, things of that nature are still going to be something that I'm doing. And as I move on and figure things out, we shall see. Randy is saying I should get into real estate. That's where the big money is. Real estate is interesting to me, and I do want to have investment properties, and I do want to rebuild things because I am pretty handy. But from the perspective of monetary contribution to invest into things of that nature, I don't have money like that, and I won't be able to finance because I just went through a Chapter 7 bankruptcy, and you can't get a mortgage for FHA. You can't get a mortgage after Chapter 7 for 2 years, and for a conventional loan, I believe it's 4 years. So that's going to be a little tough. But considering that the real estate market is at an all-time high, I don't know if it's a good time, but I also wouldn't want to say that it's a bad time to get into real estate because I don't expect it to fall anytime soon. I think it's going to keep on climbing. Agent, did you think delivering contributed to contracting COVID? No. I believe that I got it from my brother who traveled for his own thing somewhere else, and because he was the first one who got any symptoms, and then I came back from Miami, and here we are. Everybody in my family got COVID. Everyone had it. Some of us had it and didn't even feel any symptoms, and some of us, like myself, went to hospital and had to deal with all kinds of consequences, I suppose. But if anybody has any questions, that'd be a good time to throw them at me, and I'll try to answer all of them. I don't plan on staying live for a very long period of time, but hopefully I can help somebody out. It is 9:17 here where I'm at, and it's probably going to be my bedtime soon, considering that I'm going to be awake at 3 a.m. as a post-COVID symptom. But yeah, I mean, I would say that I have pretty much all the COVID symptoms gone. I still can't smell a lot of things. The taste never left, but I smell only very strong scents, I suppose. Can't really smell anything that's light in smell. And yeah, I mean, it's not as bad now, but back then I didn't feel well. And I'm gonna start a poll. All right. So Ryan is asking if is house hacking in my future. Potentially because making money and living for free sounds like a fairly appealing option. And realistically speaking, it's not a bad option for somebody who has ability to afford a place. But if that's in my future, it will take at least 2 years from now to get to the spot where I can actually do that. Because there are certain restrictions, and it's fairly hard to get financing after you had COVID. Sorry, after you had a Chapter 7 bankruptcy. I don't think COVID necessarily affects your ability to finance things. It'd be weird if it did. Kimberly saying that my boyfriend and I just got over COVID. My smell still isn't good, but taste came back. Been looking forward to your videos. Was sort of worried about you. I appreciate you checking on me. It really does mean a lot, and there were a lot of people checking on me. I did not expect that many people to check up on me. But I hope your smell comes back fairly soon. So we'll see. I mean, my videos should be coming out. Like I said earlier, there should be 2 videos coming out this week, and there are going to be a couple of more coming out next week. And potentially there's going to be a whole week where I upload a video every single day. At least that's the plan right now. Ryan is asking, what was my first job as a teenager? A first official job was a shoe sales associate at Marshalls. It was paying $7.25 an hour. The hours were kind of iffy, and I'll be quite honest, I did not like that job. And it was seasonal in the winter. And when I was told to do certain things that weren't in my job description, like cleaning the bathroom, for example, I decided that it wasn't really a place in like there was no place for that place in my career. So I left and I got a job at a gas station, which paid $12 an hour, and that was an interesting change of pace as well. But prior to that, like my first I suppose first business venture or whatnot was when I was 6. I started my first grade in Russia, and we had a small little shop in the school building, and I would take money and buy every single ruler that the shop had, and there were always kids who didn't bring a ruler, and when that happens, they either had to go to the store to buy a ruler, or they had to borrow one or get one from somebody else. So what I did is I actually kind of cornered the market on rulers in school, and I would buy them and then sell them to the kids for double, or maybe trade it for something, maybe trade it for like games, cards, all kinds of different things. It was interesting, but then the teachers took notice of that and called my parents in school, and it was kind of a big deal and whatever, because you're not supposed to do that. But that was kind of like my first ish business venture where I actually had forethought of making money, and I had a kind of a plan up front. I did have something before that as well, but it was interesting. I mean, I always had a little bit of a business niche going through my head. And when I was 5, at like our countryside home that we had back in Russia, where we go every single summer, we got a truckload of sand, and I literally, like anybody who would walk by, I filled bottles of sand, and I forced them to buy the bottles from me for like pennies on whatever it's supposed to cost, but like I forced them to buy sand so they can just keep moving forward. It was kind of interesting. Let's see. Where did I leave the comments? Travis saying, did not know you had COVID. Glad you're safe, man. Yeah, I mean, it happens. It is what it is. Just part of life, I suppose. Ryan is saying, tips to grow on a YouTube channel under 1K subscribers. Honestly, I have no clue. Just do what you like and see how it goes. Look at the metrics, maybe kind of tweak certain things. But I'm by no means an expert on this. I hoped to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Right now I'm at 2,750, which is mind-blowing, to be honest. And I haven't really changed anything that I've been doing. I mean, considering that one of my videos just randomly blew up out of nowhere, I don't know. I wish I could help you more, but just do what you like and keep posting. I mean, you miss 100% of shots that you don't take. Post says, go, hey, congrats on the weight loss. Me and my friend have been going to the gym, and we've lost around 30 pounds. Are you doing a diet or strength training? So I'm doing both. I have adjusted what I eat, when I eat, how often I eat, and the amount of food I eat. But I also do go to the gym to build up muscle. Well, I suppose not to lose muscle, because I already have a lot of it, just because of how much weight I carry every single day. But I don't want to lose the muscles. And I mean, congrats on your weight loss journey as well. 30 pounds is a lot. I mean, that's where I'm sitting at right now. So that's impressive. Ryan is saying Pasha finessing the Russian school system. I mean, it wasn't really a school system; it was a third-party place. But every single time they would get a shipment, I would buy all of it for like a whole month straight. So it was fun. Um, let's see. Last Hope saying, "What's up, man? Happy to see you're doing better. Would you recommend taking any vitamins, preventatives for COVID?" I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not a doctor, so I'm not sure how all this stuff works. I personally did take like vitamin C and a bunch of other like a B12 complex and things of that nature, but I don't know if it helps or not. I mean, somebody says that they do. There is just so much contradicting information out there that I'm not sure what to believe, to be honest. Mason Speed is saying, so I just started watching your videos yesterday. I'm curious what your education background is and what your age is. Have you received any form of membership in your mentorship in your entrepreneurial pursuits? So thanks for watching my videos. I appreciate it. I'm glad to have you here. So I went to school in Russia until 14, moved here, went to high school, finished high school. Actually, well, I dropped out of high school to get more credits than I can, because they were only allowing me 3.5 credits per semester, and I got 6 when I dropped out. Then I enrolled back to finish faster. Then I went to college for a computer science degree. I've gotten in a car accident and ended up having to leave my college education, and I never came back. As far as mentorship, I didn't get any. It's kind of hard to find people who are successful to take time for free to just give you all the keys, but I know it happens. But as far as that, I didn't have anybody. And I am 24. Right now I'm 24. My birthday is in May. Last Hope is saying, how much did you weigh at your peak? I'm a big guy myself. So this time I started losing weight at 323, but at the peak, Jesus, 2 years ago I was at 351, and I was losing weight before. The lowest I got to in 5 years was a 257, which was in 2019, and this time I'm hoping to get a lot lower and stay there. Pool CSGO is saying, if you haven't downloaded this app called MyFitnessPal, you should definitely try. It's by Under Armour. So I do have MyFitnessPal, but I usually use Lose It just to log all my foods, because I can see all the macronutrients and all things of that nature, considering that I have to keep track of that for my liver now. And I have a lot of food restrictions on top of my original diet due to the liver damage that I received with my COVID treatment. But calorie-wise, I do track calories as well. And I mean, I guess we should be finishing the stream fairly soon here. If anybody else has any more questions, let's just do like last round of questions and shoot it over with, and I'll end this stream around 9:30. But I do appreciate everybody coming out, and thank you to everybody who checked up on me throughout COVID stuff and all of that, because I mean, it was really nice to see that there were people out there that genuinely cared and actually were interested to know how I feel. Let's see. Elgin is saying, looking forward to the day you upload your fitness journey, before and after. I was thinking of making a video like that, but I'm not sure if my audience would fit into that. I haven't recorded anything because I am a little conscious of my body at this point and all of that, but maybe. Last Hope saying, what caused the liver damage, the medicine. So yes, I took IV remdesivir while I was in hospital for this treatment, and my enzymes went through the roof. Like, my liver did not like that, and being fat doesn't help. Ryan is saying, may not be the best financially, but Starbucks coffee, just hot coffee, has really helped me with my weight loss and not always being hungry. I am not allowed to drink coffee anymore. So, sorry, but yeah, not allowed to do that due to dietary restrictions. I'm not allowed to eat anything spicy, peppered, salt, anything that was like fried and things of that nature. I mean, I can not eat red meat. There's just a lot of stuff I'm not allowed to eat. Nothing was added sugar, so it's not fun, but it will help me lose weight, I guess. So some positives in there. Oh, hey Svetlana, thank you for $2 donation. I appreciate that. Thank you. Let's see. TRCM saying, just FYI, I also had to drop out of college due to having to be a caregiver for a family member. I started programming at night and on the weekend using computer books from the library. Well, I mean, how did that work out for you? I mean, I hope it worked out well, because I mean, I've gotten over 70 credits in my computer science degree, and I think I might go back. I really don't necessarily want to, because I do enjoy business way more than programming. But SQL and data structures were kind of interesting to me, so I'm not sure. Mason Speed is saying, well, your hustle will certainly open doors for you in the future. Have you considered locksmithing? I have, but I'm not sure if that's something that is also as sustainable as a proper business. So maybe I'll do something in regards to that in the future. Paul CSGO saying, did the insurance cover the treatment? At this point, I'm not sure, but I do have a $38,000 bill sitting on my desk for the treatment that I had, and hopefully they will cover the bill. TRCM is saying, after nearly 20 years, I've been able to work for 20 years in the industry, Amazon, Google, and Microsoft. All I have online courses to get certifications for free, and all run around 6 to 12 months do it. Don't give up. You're very smart and resourceful. Don't give up on your CS dreams. I'll look into that. I know that my one of my relatives is actually doing one of those certifications for. I'm not sure. It's something in regards to like acceptance and things of that nature, like product tester or something like that. But I'll look into that. And Last Hope saying, last question, is your liver going to heal over time, or is it unfortunate damage for life? We'll know within the next 6 months. I'm going to do more. I have more doctor visits, and I have what is it called again? I forgot. An ultrasound this upcoming Wednesday, but they're saying that it's kind of uncertain, but liver does tend to heal, so hopefully it's not permanent. We'll know. And let's see, if you don't mind me asking, how much do you make net per hour with Uber DoorDash? I'm thinking of doing it. Well, before I stopped doing it, my net averaged just under $30 per hour. But it also does depend on your area, on the times of the day, because considering that I've done it in Miami as well, and there I couldn't even average $20 an hour. So it really does depend. And it also depends on tips, because majority of your income does come from tips in that regard. TRCM, if you have 70 credits, you have enough to get a job in many companies, work your straight 40 for the man, and start your business as an independent IT consultant. I will look into that. I mean, if 70 credits might be enough. I mean, I know that a lot of companies hire without a degree, but I'll look into it, because it's been over 2 years since I've been to school. 3, something like that. But maybe I'll enroll back, get my foot in the door with an internship or something. And Mason Speed saying, exactly, don't give up. This kind of journey is compelling. The situation you find yourself and literally millions of people and find themselves in right now, the struggle is real. A lot of good people lost their businesses. A lot of the good people lost their jobs. It's pretty insane. I mean, preparing for a pandemic wasn't something that we expected to do. And hypothetically speaking, nothing like that should be like, you shouldn't be preparing for a pandemic every single year. It's a very rare occurrence. But yeah, well, thank you everybody who came to my stream, and thank you for all the support. I appreciate you guys checking up on me. Like I said, hopefully I'll have video out tomorrow. If not, that means that I wasn't able to finish editing it in time. Then I will post Wednesday, and then I'll have one more at the end of the week as well. So I promise everybody that I'll post at least 2 videos this week. But thank you everybody for coming to the stream, and I really do appreciate everybody checking up on me. You guys have a good one, and